let us take a deep breath to let go of our troubles, at least for a little while. Remember how quickly life passes by and how much you have already overcome. Remind yourself that you are never alone, for Jesus promised that He would be with you always, until the end of the age. So, allow your heart to be comforted by that certainty. Today, we read from the book Jesus in the Home by Neio Lucio, psychographed by Xavier. Chapter 27, The Forgotten Gift. Everyone had focused their attention on an interesting discussion about the gifts with which heaven blesses souls on earth, when the Lord commented patiently, "There once was a man who had been showered with the gift of merit. Consequently, he received permissions from the higher realms to approach the angel who was the dispenser of the divine gifts abounding in the world. The fortunate man thus asked the heavenly minister for the blessing of youth. He was granted his request, but soon he realized that youth might entail strength and beauty, but it also entailed spiritual inexperience and weakness. No longer interested in youth, he went back to the sublime bestower and asked him for wealth. He was granted riches and enjoyed great wealth for a long time. However, he finally realized that having a lot of money provoked malignant envy in many people. Having become tired of the toilsome task of protecting his assets, he sought out the angel and asked him for freedom. He thought he was truly free. Even so, he was confronted by cruel, unseen demons who pestered him all the time, filling his mind with troubles and temptation. Exhausted due to the constant inner conflict in which he was living, he went back to the heavenly giver and asked for power. He received this new gift and clothed himself in great authority. However, he realized, sooner than he had expected, that authority generates hatred and rebelliousness in lazy and ignorant hearts, and tormented by the hidden daggers of indiscipline and discord, he went back to his benefactor and begged him for intelligence. Nevertheless, as a man of knowledge and learning, he lost the rest of the peace that he once enjoyed. He quickly understood that it was not possible for him to sow reality in keeping with his wishes. In order not to fall prey to the destructive action of those he had benefited, he was compelled to plant a seed of truth amongst the thousand flowers of fleeting fantasy, and rather than adapting to the situation, he went back to the angel and asked him for marital bliss. Satisfied with his new purpose, he found comfort in a wonderful home and created a gracious family. But one day, death appeared and robbed him of his wife. Anguished at being a widower, he sought out the minister of the Eternal One, and stating that once again he had made a mistake, he asked him for the gift of health. He received his gift. However, after a few years had passed, old age appeared and disfigured his body, deteriorating and wrinkling it without mercy. Tormented and unable to leave home, his angel friend came to him and, embracing him like a father, asked him what new gift he wanted from heaven. The despondent man said that there wasn't one. What more could he ask for? It was then that the glorious messenger explained that in his quest for happiness, he had forgotten about the greatest of all the gifts that can uphold a person in the world, the gift of courage. Courage produces enthusiasm and good spirits with which to carry out the work that is needed each and every day. Jesus paused for a few minutes, and then, smiling at the small group, he concluded, "Youth is beautiful, wealth is pleasing, freedom is admirable, power is brilliant, intelligence is respectable, a blissful marriage is holy, physical health is blessed. But if people do not have courage with which to deal with the good and bad things in human life in order to learn how to stay on the pathway towards God, the temporary gifts of the transitory experience are of little use." And putting one of the children on his lap, he nodded toward the starry sky, as if to say that only in heaven will the lasting happiness of men and women find its true home. God, we ask that you please help us look within to overcome our limitations, to face our shadows, but also, Lord, to claim our strength, recognizing the light with which you have created us. And so, let us return to our daily battles with renewed enthusiasm, living each moment to the fullest, the good ones and the bad ones, certain that such is the path of growth that leads us to our dear Father in heaven. So be it.